Good evening. Thank you very much for waiting this evening. We apologize for being a little bit late. Maybe it's a good thing when it comes to these bilateral meetings that we're a little bit later in the evening. But I do want to extend a warm welcome here to Chancellor Scholz and today's bilateral meeting. It marks an important chapter in the ongoing narrative of the collaboration between our two nations. As we delved into the heart of our discussions, it was imperative to recognize the magnitude of global challenges that demand our collective attention. And let me say this one thing, and the Chancellor and I talked about this a little bit earlier today, and that's the commitment to NATO. I know we have a presidential candidate who has said, in our country, who has said one of the first things they want to do are they're not supportive of NATO to begin with, and would look at getting out of the alliance. And it's over so-called dues. And let me just set this straight. It's not as if NATO is a country club. NATO is a defense alliance. And what it is, it's each country that is a member of NATO pledges a percentage of their GDP in defense spending. That's the one thing you could say that's membership dues. But it's not a formal dues. And his comments also about President Putin are alarming as well, and saying that he could do whatever the hell he wants to any NATO country if they don't fulfill their commitment on GDP. Well, this goes without saying, and the Chancellor knows this, but let me tell you that under my administration, there'll never be a day that we leave the NATO alliance. This summer, we're going to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the NATO alliance here in Washington, and that's going to be a phenomenal event. But think about it. On the 75th anniversary of NATO, going into next year, 76, the United States says, we're out. We're not ever, under my administration, and I'm pretty sure I can say this on any other future administration, we will never leave NATO. And that is one of the biggest issues we talked about today is the alliance and how strong we are when it comes to defense. And really the two things we have to really worry about. There's a lot of hot spots around the world, but the two things we have to worry about is Ukraine, and of course the situation in Israel and Gaza. We talked about that at length today as well. So a lot of great discussions happened today with this bilateral, and I'm always honored to have you here, sir. Any visiting dignitary is always welcome to come to my White House as long as I'm in here. It's welcome to any world leader who wants to sit down and talk democracy and talk how to strengthen their democracy. So again, thank you very much for waiting. We appreciate it, and everybody else have a great evening. Thank you very much. Thank you.